tumataas na naman yung kuryente. Naisip ko na meron akong device na laging gamit, yung laptop ko. I use this specific laptop para i-stream yung main PC through Moonlight dahil mainit sa room na yon. Habang nasa gitna ng distro hopping ko from Linux Mint to Fedora, bigla akong naisip, pwede ko kayang i-tweak tong laptop na to para makatipid sa kuryente at magkano yung matitipid ko kapag ginawa ko yun. For our test, gumamit tayo ng 1-hour video using Florp browser na may ganitong configuration. Brightness at 39%, volume at 50%, power save turned on. Para makita natin kung gaano kalaki yung konsumo ng kuryente, we use this watt meter na nakaset sa 16 pesos per kilowatt hour. First is our baseline. Using our test sa previous OS na Linux Mint, we got these 4 readings na peso per hour. Ginamit naman natin tong formula na to para malaman yung consumption na watts per hour. In average, we have 20.93 watt hours or 0.35 pesos per hour. Now, after we install Fedora, tinignan din natin kung gaano kalaki yung difference niya compared sa Mint. For initial comparisons, nag-result sa 0.27 pesos per hour or 16.875 watt hours, which is pretty close sa Mint, which is good. So, after we tested Fedora initially, nag-research tayo ng pwede nating mga gawin. And this is what I resulted on. Pero dahil sa shenanigans I had to go through sa NVIDIA GPU sa previous installation, di ko nagagalawin yung kahit ano regarding doon. Kung gusto nyo panoorin kung paano ko pinahirapan yan, meron dyan sa upper left about doon. Undervolting and disabling turbo boost is already done, so we can cross that out. Let's start with disabling backlight. Okay, tapos agad. Sunod naman ay yung TLP. Isa itong app para magkaroon tayo ng higher control sa power management ng laptop na to. I use this along with TLP UI para sa mas better experience. It has a ton of settings. I just go through it. Basta may power save, isa-select agad, ganun. Walang research. Ngayon, iti-test ulit natin siya with the same test. At ayun, nag-result sa 0.24 pesos, which equals to 15 watts per hour. Now, yung susunod ay yung real challenge. Yung pagdi-disable ng cores at underclocking. First, kailangan ko ng script na magpapalit ng customized low power at saka doon sa default profile. At syempre, dapat every restart din, babalik siya doon sa default. Dahil of course, di ko naman siya gusto na lagi na lang ganun yung configuration. Tapos, after configuration ng mga to, the result was the same as the last one. 0.24 pesos which equals to 15 watts per hour. After finishing at almost concluding at accepting defeat na wala masyadong result, lo and behold, the underclock was not applying pala. Pero after fixing, we got this real result na may isang outlier with their calculated watts per hour. Ipag-compare naman natin siya doon sa baseline natin. On the baseline, we have on average 20.93 watts per hour. Sa config na ginawa natin, we have 13.125 watts per hour. That is a 37.29% reduction in power consumption. In practical terms, kung gagamitin mo siya ng 8 hours per day for 30 days at meron 16 pesos per kilowatts per hour. Sa baseline, meron tayong 80.37 pesos per month. Samantalang sa modified configuration, meron tayong 50.40 pesos per month. Of course, on doing this, meron mga drawbacks, kagaya ng noticeably slower siya. Pero with light tasks like browsing and office apps, it will really not bother you. The experiment taught me two things. Linux is very configurable. Although, to be fair, I think pwede mo rin naman gawin to sa Windows with the right apps. The other thing is that malaki rin pala sa power consumption yung desktops natin. I think if you want to save power nang hindi ginagawa to, I think turning your laptop sa power save and maybe lowering screen brightness can really help. So yun lang guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you again next time.